Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery, is a 2022 American mystery film written and directed by Rian Johnson. It is a somewhat sequel to the 2019 whodunit mystery Knives Out, although it's a standalone movie with a new story and a new cast, and the connecting thread being that the renowned detective Benoit Blanc once again stars in this mystery film. Rian Johnston describes the casting of Glass Onion as throwing a dinner party with friends and boasts of quite the stellar cast, which includes Edward Norton, Janelle Monáe, Kate Hudson, Dave Bautista, and Madeline Klein. There's also cameo appearances by some interesting A-listers. In the tradition of its predecessor, Glass Onion is a mystery flick in the style of a whodunit vacation mystery. An eccentric billionaire invites several rich friends to his private island for a murder mystery party game where it's all fun and games until it's not. The good. True to its metaphoric title, Glass Onion is layered. It doubles back on itself, and then you peel back the layers to reveal that everything has always been in plain sight, which also makes it all the more surprising and unexpectedly brilliant. It's a dangerous thing to mistake speaking without thought for speaking the truth. Gotta love Daniel Craig's character, Detective Benoit Blanc. With the movie written and set during peak pandemic era, it gave a peek into how people coped or failed to cope, being shut away, and of course how the detective might be brilliant at some things, yet struggles with what should be easy enough among others. Janelle Monáe's performance is the heart of Glass Onion, not as a metaphor, but literal. My layered comment only makes sense after you've watched the movie, and this is a spoiler-free review. I've always been a fan of Edward Norton after watching Fight Club, which to date still remains one of my most epic movies. In Glass Onion, Edward Norton plays the eccentric billionaire Miles Braun, and yes, I noticed the portrait that was definitely a callback to Fight Club's Tyler Durden hanging in Miles' home. Did you? Miles Braun also gives some rather Elon Musk vibes, although Rian Johnson insists that Glass Onion is not about Elon Musk, despite people still making the connection anyway. The bad. Compared to the first movie, this time they went longer, flashier, and plot twistier, but this alone does not make a movie better. For example, as the movie layers back on itself, some of the aspects feel repetitive and stretched, especially when you watch the movie for a second time. Newsflash, you can't watch this movie once, you need a second run if you really want to confirm that everything has been in plain sight. FYI, it really has. There's some characters who have dazzling brilliance, which however, never quite got the spotlight. Front stage. For example, Duke's mom. I really wanted to see more of her. Then there's Peg, who's always in the background firefighting. And hold up, did I just see Hugh Grant in a pink apron? Lastly, Madeline Klein's character, Whiskey. I wish she had been a bit more proactive than simply as another upcoming social media influencer doing anything for a shot at setting up a brand. She's introduced as Duke, so I'm Candy, but later we learn that she does have some sense to her. Now, if only they'd given that aspect of her a bit more development. The ugly. Truth is always ugly if the glass onion is a metaphor for anything. I keep returning in my mind to the glass onion, something that seems densely layered, mysterious, and inscrutable, but in fact, the center is in plain sight. The glass onion gives us a reflection of how we are easily fooled even when the truth is facing us, and how people tend to be psychopaths to the rich and their whims. An expose of the natural instinct to mistake wealth for wisdom and competency. Final thoughts. Fun fact, The song that plays during the end credits is Glass Onion, a 1968 song by the Beatles. This song is known for its enigmatic lyrics, which reference other Beatles songs and contain various clues and hidden meanings. Ironically, John Lennon wrote the song to confuse people who read too deeply into the lyrical meanings of Beatles songs. And at its core, the mysteriously layered song has no ultimate or deep meaning. Glass Onion currently tops Netflix top 10 most viewed movies. Netflix holds the rights to at least one more film in the series, and Rian Johnson is said to be working on writing the third Knives Out movie. Have you watched Glass Onion and Knives Out Mystery?